Hello and welcome, lovely folk. We're getting into the Aries reading here for the new moon. This new moon is in Gemini, and I'm not the source for astrology here, but I do like to follow the moon cycles with my readings. The reason I do the zodiac with the new moon and on the full moon a pick a card is because the new moon to me is sort of like all of the new life emerging, and the full moon I like to think of as the full spectrum coming together. And so it's more individualized for the new moon, and for the full moon, it's more about connecting with your intuition and going from there. The new moon, you would benefit from building up plans with the moon, and the full moon is where you really want to look at everything's kind of in the light to see what it is that you perhaps need to break down to build new towards the new moon. So let's go ahead and jump into this here. We have Star Dragon's Oracle cards, which we will start out with, and then we have the Sacred Web Tarot, and then I will be clarifying with the, I don't really know. This was a deck that was gifted to me when I was This is a deck that was gifted to me a while back, and it says here fabric collage tapestry, so perhaps that's what it's called. I honestly don't know. And then Queen of the Moon Oracle and Moonology will be at the end, along with some charms and some runes as well. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get your Star Dragon. Okay, so let's see what dragons are there, Aries. For the lovely Aries, please. Okay, we have here challenge, standing up for your rights. Okay, so let's see with tarot. I did sort of feel an annoyance when I first began your reading, like just that kind of frustrated feeling. So perhaps you're feeling frustrated, annoyed by something going on. There might be something you have to stand up for it, hold your ground on. What does Aries need to know? Signify Aries, please. What has Aries been going through? We have here Seer of Fire, which the Seer of Fire, when it's reversed, I believe is the King. The King in the deck. So that would be King of Wands reversed. And we have here 9 of Wands reversed as well. And we have here the World card. And I'm going to go ahead and double check for you that the Seer is the King. So something to note here is in this deck they call it the Cosmic Family for the court cards. And I do love that. This is also the universe rather than the world. So yes, the Seer is the King of Wands in reversed here. Just for anybody who's curious, the Queen is Source, and then the Page is Student, the Knight is Scout. So yes, this is the King of Wands reversed, the 9 of Wands reversed, and the universe. We're gonna get the rest of your cards. Okay. We're gonna get the rest of your cards here, but this one did want to come out. So that's the 7 of Swords as a challenge here. What is the outcome for Aries here? I am getting, some of you may have witnessed something painful, maybe as a child, and it's a traumatic event that's stayed with you. Alright, outcome for Aries. Outcome for Aries. These are it. What is the outcome for Aries here? Outcome for Aries. The outcome for Aries, please. Spirit guides and angels. Please guide Aries. What is their outcome? Okay, it's being quite stubborn. I'm actually going to do something here real quick. Spirit guides and angels, please clear this space for Aries. Clear this space of all else. And please bring in the energy for Aries here. Spirit guides and angels for Aries, please. Okay. Just some stubborn energy here. Alright. Spirit guides and angels. What is necessary for Aries to see here? Alright, so we have the Seer of Water in reversed. So that'd be the King of Cups reversed. Scout of Air, the Knight of Swords. And Eight of Wands reversed here. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting from this is you may have witnessed something traumatic. This is something that you may have forgotten. Some of you may have forgotten this. Some of you just have not looked at it in a long time. But light keeps trying to come onto this to show you so that you can clear the webs. And let go of this baggage. And I do see that you have, like, despite not looking directly at this, you have been letting go, but there's still more, like, there's something you're not looking at. Some of you might focus too much on this thing actually as well. As you sort of accept that this experience was meant to help shape you, you're going to blossom. and your strength is going to be very radiant. You're going to make people feel very safe. People might come to you. I'm kind of getting Leo energy off of this. But your challenge is finding an indirect pathway. Perhaps with some of you, okay, and there's a lot of focus on the challenge here. So I think perhaps a lot of you feel like you can't face this thing. Perhaps you're still dealing with it in a way. If this is childhood trauma, some of you it doesn't have to be. Some of you could have recently witnessed something and this is a hurdle you're getting over right now. But for many of you, I feel like this is something you witnessed as a child. And maybe you're still around somebody involved with that. And you often give the benefit of the doubt. And so your challenge is to find another route, one that won't feel exposed to deal with this. Yeah, like this figure is looking up at this, like this wolf here. Or is it a fox? I think wolf. But see, like he can't just get to this chunk of ground here because it's floating. So he's gonna have to find, he's either going to have to leap, you know, he can't just walk a straight path. He's gonna have to find an indirect way to get over there to, you know, I don't like saying that because I think dragons like don't have to necessarily be this like vicious energy, but you know, to slay your dragon, to slay your demons, like to deal with your issues essentially, you have to find an indirect way. And typically, you know, you need to be direct. So this is definitely a unique message. And I'm not saying to not be direct, like perhaps you need to be direct in your communication in some ways, but I am just getting the energy of diligence, making sure you are in the right place when dealing with things, not just being not to anything, just, you know, just being mindful on how you approach, thinking it through ahead of time. So then we have here Seer of Water, King of Cups reversed, Knight of Swords. So yeah, definitely this is about communication. Okay, so it seems like you perhaps are going to make sure that you're facing this issue with emotional well-being, that you aren't you want to be able to kind of be mindful of your emotions and their emotions, but also to healthily detach, to be able to not get caught in anger or frustration. I was feeling that annoyance before. So like, make sure that your emotions are balanced before approaching this. And you're also going to go very slow in approaching this, you know, maybe bit by bit. So it's like, you don't have to tackle it all at once. Approach little things at a time as they come, but take a breather before you just dive into it. Take a breather, get yourself in check beforehand. Let's go ahead and clarify here. Can you clarify for Aries here? Clarify for Aries here. Ooh. Clarify for Aries here, please. Spirit guides and angels. Clarify for Aries here. Any more messages for Aries? Try not to let your ego get in the way. Let things unfold naturally. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. I was kind of seeing these peacock feathers as kind of hands taking in a bet, taking in coins. So yeah, again, yeah, be mindful of your ego. Try not to take too much out of the situation. You might not be seeing their side fully. And you don't want that to throw you for a hoop. And cause the cycle to just keep repeating. So yeah, go ahead and breathe before you deal with the situation, and try to remember that like there are multiple sides, multiple perceptions involved here, and you might not have the full story. So try to let go of any attachments to any ideas that you have towards this. You know, you might have witnessed something, and if you're younger, you might not fully understand the whole situation. Or if it's more recent, if you witnessed something, maybe there's more to it all than you know, like a bigger cause than you realize, or more feelings and emotions that are involved involved than you know. Alright, clarify this Seven of Wands. Clarify this Seven of Wands, please. Clarify the Seven of Wands, please. I'm kind of getting Seven of Cups with this Prince of Pentacles here, which is equivalent to a page. Clarify the Seven of Cups here, please. Oh, and now I just called it the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords. So again, yeah, it's like about different pathways. There are many different pathways here for you to take. Use your mind. I see you are very intelligent, and they're asking you to make sure to really think things through before fully going into them. Okay, I also just got, oh, what's that movie called? With the little foot, the dinosaur, and the star leaf. Land Before Time is the film. And the leaf slowly falls. So be steady, but be ready to be swift. But Queen of Swords also kind of says that. Be able to make swift movements, but also, like, you know, just be prepared. But don't act hastily. There are many pathways you can take here. You don't want to get uprooted. You want to stay strong, stay sturdy, but just also be prepared for just that kind of, you know, just try not to be stubborn in your movements. Try to know that you might have to budge, you might have to make a different move. Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, I'm again kind of getting with that. That you might have to budge in ways to make this, to heal this, to make the forward movements. Eight of Swords reversed. Oh, there's that Seven of Cups. Eight of Swords reversed. So you are going to struggle a little bit with accepting that budging. But I think ultimately, if you give yourself the chance to really look at the possibilities, you'll let go of that stubborn energy and be able to ultimately move forward and progress with it. It's something that's going to feel a little bit of a, I mean, of course it is your challenge, but like, I actually don't think it's going to be so bad. I think you're going to have the the drive to get through it, very much so. Alright, and then let's lastly go ahead and clarify your outcome here. Spirit guides and angels, can you clarify Aries' outcome here? Clarify Aries' outcome here. So 6 of Swords, you are being protected and guided through this. Somebody's going to have some good advice that's going to help guide you. Queen of Cups and Prince of Cups here. This is definitely going to be very emotionally painful. That's going to be the hardest part. However, I do see you have so much drive and strength that ultimately you're going to turn that over quickly. Like, it's going to hurt, but you're kind of going to turn that pain into gain and, you know, accept this as part of what's shaped you. I think that's been a lesson you've learned a lot in your life, is acceptance of things that you had no control over, and maybe even some that did, but like acceptance of allowing things to shape you, and just be what they are and let them not hold any power over you, but just simply be lessons. Let's go ahead and get your Queen of the Moon oracle here. For Aries, please, spirit guides and angels. Oh, there it went. Hold on 1 second. So yeah, that speaks more on there's going to be quite a few paths shown to you, but ultimately you will know which path to take. I am being called to these 8s here. So 8 might have some significance, maybe double 8. You're just 8 is having to do with something. But let's go ahead and get your moonology. What does Aries need to know here? For Aries, please. What does Aries need to know here? messages for Aries. Aries. Okay. It seems no matter what, quite a few are coming out here. Okay. So we have here a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So that is your energy, which is why I do feel like you're meant to be your lovely self, but just try to make sure your emotions are in check. That is the only thing. You bring the fire. You always bring the fire, Aries. But you want to make sure that that is proper fuel and not emotional turbulence. Believe in the impossible, blue moon. So know that no matter what you're going through, things are working out for you. And you're going to make magic happen. You're going to make the best of whatever situation you're in. Communication is key. New moon Gemini. That's definitely, the energy right now is ripe for that. But also, we did get that. You are going to have to communicate, stand up for yourself, face this situation. And yeah, it's definitely the right time because things are ripe for that. You're going to be able to communicate well. So just the only thing, I'm still being meant to express here, just to make sure that you're expressing through truth. And not that emotions aren't always very much so truthful and valid, but just to make sure that they're not, overpowering in the situation. And show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. So if you have been, letting this kind of affect you in a way where you haven't felt true to yourself, or if you've had to put on a mask, this communication is going to be like a breakthrough. Okay, this is very, very wonderful here that you are going to really use this to propel you forward. Alright, let's go ahead and get your charms here. Okay, so we have here the rocking horse, which again is connecting to that childhood thing that you might have witnessed. This is actually a rocking unicorn. But yeah, I'm getting it's something you witnessed. Alright, we this medallion. So for some, I see an increase of finances coming to you. With a lot of you, I see familial issues kind of being dealt with and making you stronger ultimately. The grapes of wrath for sure here. So be mindful not to, again, let your emotions get the best of you. Try not to get into a wrathful energy when you deal with this. Just sort of take it one bit at a time and really breathe. Let this situation help you grow. Let it be good fuel and not just steam. Because this does have the potential to elevate you. The star. I'm getting the star leaf again. So yeah, there's an opportunity that's going to increase your finances coming in as well. Yeah, make sure that you have some clarity when you are dealing with this. For some of you also, around the time of the blue moon, I'm not sure when that is right now, I'll put it up, but you might get clear on something by then. So I am also seeing in this, like there are some trees back here that are, you know, kind of blurry and abstract, whereas these ones up front are very clear. So you're getting clear on something, and I think you're clearing up the situation, but yeah. Cupid. Oh, I did see, I actually feel this more of Sagittarius energy. I did see before I started your reading, you're on target. I saw an arrow being shot, but it was very much so kind of Sag energy. Another star here. I got star team new. You know, starting fresh is going to allow you to shine here. Yeah, go slow. Breathe before you approach every time that anything comes up. Prepare. You know, you gotta put the tea down. And you know, that's preparing before you actually tee off. So go slow with that. Let's get your runes. This is, I believe, 𝕃'𝕌ℕ𝔼, which is gift. Is that correct? And this was, what's the term? getting stuffed. Mercus. But, reversed, essentially. So, let me look these up real quick. So yeah, Jebo is about gifts and generosity. I'm kind of getting off of this again to, understand their side as well as yours. Keep a good balance between the two sides and try to meet in the middle. Because there might be something you have to let go of and sort of budge some of your viewpoints. Nothing like, you stand up for yourself, but just in some ways you're going to see things a little differently. And Lagus, which is water and the unconscious. So this is more about making sure, because it came reversed, making sure to connect with your emotions and, very much so with clarity understand them so that they don't, turn against you. Don't view them as enemy. They're very important. They're very helpful. But just try not to let them turn to anger. I feel like a lot of the time anger is stemming from repressed sadness. So there might be something that you're not looking at. So try to connect with your emotions more in a healthy way so that they can't overpower you in those situations. Alright, and I'm going to leave this here. I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey. And until next time, lovely folk.
you.